This is Professor Hazari. In this video, we will look at how to use Galileo, which is part of the library database system, to find articles that you can use in your research. The website you want to go to is listed in the course then under content. And if you are accessing Galileo system from off campus, you will also be needing a password, and the password is provided to you in the course 10 shell. So the direct link to go into Galileo is galileo.usg for University System of Georgia.edu, and this will take you to Galileo Scholar, which is the higher education database for Galileo. There are other options also available to you where you can access Galileo as part of a library system, or students in high school or grade schools can also access this system. But based on the password that you give it, it'll direct you to the proper resource. Now, one resource that I would like to point out to you is that it has built-in tutorials also, which will help you explore the systems. I have found this resource, Finding a Peer-Reviewed Article, very helpful. This is again a short video clip that shows you how to find peer-reviewed or scholarly articles. But what I'd like to do is give you a general overview of what is Galileo and what types of resources are available in the Galileo system. Galileo is part of the library system at the University System of Georgia, and it is a proprietary database. So the tuition pays for a lot of databases that are accessible in many topic areas, as we shall see. So the first thing I want you to see is if you can browse by subject, and if you look at the subject index, you have business and economics, and within business you have all the functional disciplines. So if you are a marketing student, you would want to click over here, and that'll give you marketing specific resources. Then you can also browse by different types of resources that are available to you. In this case, what we will be mostly doing is accessing journal articles, which can be done from either using this link over here, or on top you have the same link that shows journals A through Z. Now, once you are in the journals A through Z, let's say if you're looking for business communication journals, you would type that in, and then if you know the name of the journal, you would say starts with or contains or is an exact match. In this case, we're just exploring, so let's look at what types of business communication journal there are, and I've made it simple by giving it a search term, business communication, and I've told it find me any journal that has business communication in its title. So it'll do the search, and once it finds those journals, it will display it for you. And in this case, it did find a couple of different journals. The ones that I identify with best are this Journal of Business and Technical Communication and Business Communications Quarterly. These are two good journals that you can use for your research. I'm going to click the back button, and it'll take me back to the previous screen. But most of the time, you may not know the name of the journal. You're just looking for an article on a topic that we are discussing from one of the chapters in the book. And the best way to find that is to go under databases A through Z. And again, similar to journals, it has a whole list of databases. Again, in every topic that you can possibly think of. It gives you examples such as Academic Search Complete. So let's go ahead and find this database. So let's click on, I can either type in the name, or in this case, I'll just click on all databases. And since it's in alphabetical order, I'll just scroll down a little bit, and there's Academic Search Complete. Now you will notice the flames over here. These are proprietary to University of West Georgia. So the resources will be available to you if you are a University of West Georgia student. And once you click on these, you will have access to these. But in our case, we are interested in business communication journals only, and in general the term is Academic Search Complete, which is the database that we will be using. So I click on Academic Search Complete, and it gives me many different fields in which I will type in my required information. So let's say we have a discussion during the term that looks at corporate communication. So I give it the term corporate communication, and now I have certain options that I need to specify. Otherwise it'll give me a whole bunch of search items which may not be helpful. So the first thing I'm going to tell it is find me corporate communication in the title of the article. Once I've done that, I know that I'm specifically looking for all articles that have the word corporate communication in it. Next, I'm looking for full text articles only, because sometimes if you do not specify this, it will come up with only abstracts. An abstract really will not be useful to you because you are really looking for the entire article to do your own research. Languages, I go ahead and limit it to English only. And then there's a whole bunch of other options also. In my case, I'm leaving the years open because there might be some articles which are old but still provide a lot of relevant information. But you can go ahead and click other search items also. But in this case, given these search terms, let's see what it finds for me. Okay, so it's come up with about 46 results of articles that have corporate communication in the title. So I can scroll through the list and find the articles that are useful for me. For example, if I'm looking at corporate strategy communication, this looks like a very good article. But unfortunately, it may not be something I'm looking for. So I'll scroll down the list, and if I'm, let's say, interested in corporate code of ethics, this may be something that is useful to me. Now, if you notice, my search term was corporate communication, but I did not enclose it in double quotes because this would have been a more specific term for it to look for. In other words, it did find me all these articles, but it looked for articles that had anywhere the word communication and the word corporate in it. But for our purposes, that is okay. And then once we've identified the article, what we would do is click on this, and this would download the article to my desktop, where I can read it and also determine what type of research source I want to use for that article. Within that article can be other resources also. So now you have the list of different sources that you can use for your own research. So once again, Galileo is an excellent source. It has a number of databases, but you may want to limit your search to EBSCO, which is one of the most popular ones, and Academic Search Complete, that is another good one. But if you like, you can go back to the first page and also select by subject area. So hopefully this brief tutorial has been useful in understanding how Galileo can be used to access the library databases and then look for the publications that we are looking for.